3 years ago at Singapore, just three of us, just wondering, what is the real meaning of SIFE? Just thinking, where ideas can take us? We will tell you, in the past 3 years, we have created sustainable economic solutions for more than 20,000 individuals.
Invested more than 27,000 volunteer hours and reinvested over $500,000 back to our economy. We empower communities to change their quality life and standard of living. We change our own life.
But still, there are many Latin American and Caribbean countries that are facing the most outrageous economic and social crisis in years. So we decide to look beyond that reality to serve as an instrument for the economic, social, and environmental development of our region.
Good morning. My name is Rafael Rivera and I'm looking beyond communities' barriers.
Buenos dias, I'm Yashira Rosa and I'm looking beyond our university crisis.
Hola, my name is Francis Reyes and I'm looking beyond the social and economic bridges in Latin America.
Hi, my name is Antonio Rivera and I'm looking beyond environmental distress.
Good morning, I'm Daniel Rodriguez. I'm looking beyond financial boundaries.
Saludos, my name is Maria Correa and I'm looking beyond discrimination and stereotypes. Joining our presentation, the media team.
For the past year, SIFE UPRH has responded to the market changes with diligence and accountability. Today, we are going to share with you the stories of 4 of our 6 programs to show you how we empower the people in need to improve their quality of life and raise their standard of living.
I would like to take a moment to revise the structure of our presentation. Let's take a look at our annual report. There, you will have one section for each of the programs in the same order that will be presented. For each one, we designed a diagram in which you may observe our implementation process.
Also, we will discuss the purpose of the program, community profiles, needs, measure impact, and future plans based on the economic, social, and environmental factors. But most important, you will witness how we empower our communities to see beyond their realities and improve their own lives.
The University of Puerto Rico, with over 100 years of history, is the leading academic institution in the island, ahead in research, arts, and sciences, with over 60,000 students and countless alumni that make professional and intellectual contributions, local and international. We are proud to be part of this institution. But this picture has a scar, a huge dependency in government funds, in the middle of the worst economic distress in the island. The result, a reduction of more than 25% of the operational budget, a decrease of courses, academic offerings, personnel and faculty cutbacks. A hostile environment was born. Strikes, conflicts, confrontations, and the intervention of accreditation agencies, risking the operations of our institution. 11 campuses in crisis. But we decided to see beyond that reality and put our efforts to support our campus needs and to empower the university community in the solution of this crisis. After all, changing the world should start at home.
At the beginning, we made a proper analysis and prioritized our goals in order to create initiatives that respond to the real needs. This was done through institutional documents, government sources, and meeting with the stakeholders, making SIFE an integral part of our university procedures. This year, we focused our efforts, creating new sources of funds, reduce operational costs, and creating commitment among stakeholders in the solution of the crisis.
One of the biggest concerns of the accreditation agencies was the marked emphasis of government funds for the campus operation. Once we gained the support of the campus administrators and access to the institutional resources, we decided to work with the design and execution of a feasibility study focused on the creation of business ventures to reduce this dependency. The outcome? 5 new business ventures are in the implementation stage by our SIFE team. A university store, a child care center, the administration of the campus sports center, the food court, and all spaces available for rent. As an example, the university store by itself generated in just 4 months over $8,000 in profits.
It's been nice to see the students, staff, and community working together for a common purpose. We empower and educate our community to take responsible actions for long-term success and promote ethics and moral values among them. For example, with the athletic program this year, we developed different marketing and sales strategies, like affordable sports classes for the community that helped them raise more than $4,000. Let's see what the track and field coach has to say about our contribution.
Caramba, no sé de dónde hubiéramos llegado este año sin la colaboración de SIFE. De verdad que fue de gran utilidad en lo que a la economía se refiere de nuestro departamento. Este año vamos a tratar de darle un enfoque más empresarial a todas las actividades deportivas, de manera que puedan ser sustentables en beneficio de toda la comunidad en general, la estudiantil y al mismo tiempo el programa de estudiantes atletas.
It's clear that this venture is possible. However, to assure the long-term success of these entrepreneurial projects, our facilities need restoration, and we are taking care of that. The institution received the approval of $75,000 in non-recurrent funds from our city mayor and the Puerto Rico Department of Sports and Recreation.
And even more, we observed in our analysis a high expenditure in energy costs, aggravated by the oil prices. Annually, our institution pays over $3 million in energy bills. That's why we created and implemented an energy SAFE program. Our goal to provoke a decrease in the campus energy costs and eventually being considered as a green organization. The first steps were taken, and the business school is engaged to change its environment, developing the first initiatives in the campus. As one of them, we're working with Glen International to develop an energy SAFE program for the business school that will allow the institution to save over $80,000 at the end of the fiscal year. Also, we received the support of Cleveland to embellish the building atmosphere valued more than $20,000. Now, we're working with the Chancellor to expand this initiative for the whole institution.
The institutional program is supported by a long-term plan and the duty to be achieved by the campus administrators. However, the most important aspect of this program is that we are not only creating funds, we also develop a strong sense of belonging and commitment among stakeholders. The next step is expand our program to other UPR campuses.
The Middle States Commission on Higher Education acknowledged the work of our SIFE team by saying in their report, programs such as SIFE take the meaning of student engagement and learning to levels that demand acknowledgement. No doubt, this program effectively empowered the UPR-AIDS community to take responsible actions and incorporate solutions for their own issues.
We applied business strategy to help solve the UPR crisis.
Implementing business venture that this year generated more than $20,000.
Developing an energy SAFE program, which only this year projected savings of over $80,000.
Enhancing the academic atmosphere of over 4,000 individuals to develop the leaders of tomorrow.
We look beyond reality, transforming a crisis into a community network. Puerto Rico economic development atmosphere is devastated due to high inflation rates, increase in energy costs, and high unemployment rates, creating one of the biggest economic recessions in history. But if you look beyond that, you are going to see an opportunity to develop our local industry based on individuals. That's why Be Talented, our entrepreneurial program, was born to develop and reinforce the organizational and financial structure of entrepreneurs in our country. This program promotes entrepreneurship as a way for professional and personal success and create self-sufficient individuals that strengthen our economy.
First, we develop an analysis of the Puerto Rico business environment in order to identify the most relevant economic, social, and environmental needs of the entrepreneurs in our region. According to economist Marcia Rivera, in Puerto Rico, there are more than 10,000 businesses that have not been registered or have an informal business structure. Second, there's a lack of relationship within business and their communities. Third, most of the business owners have a lack of business skills, entrepreneurial vision, and environmental awareness. All of these can make them fail. So we embrace our entrepreneurs to incorporate business solutions for these issues. The results couldn't be better. This year, 75 small business owners are actively benefiting from this program, which allows them to incorporate successful strategies for profitability, social, and environmental response for their businesses. But how we achieve all of this?
After an initial interview, the team created a business profile, identifying needs and devised both short and long-term plan for business-related activities. Our consulting services are customized for each client. We divide our team in groups to be more effective. As part of the program, we design seminars and education workshops on entrepreneurial and behavioral topics aimed to develop personal and financial skills. To assess the result of our program, the SIFE member in charge of the company use financial statement, interview, bills, satisfaction surveys, among others. They submit a weekly report which helped us to take corrective action during the process. At the end of the year, the entrepreneur formally certified the scope of our intervention. Let's talk about some of our program stories.
Meet Melvin, a high school dropout, owner of Divos, a family business which serves the most amazing sandwich you will ever taste. 3 minutes, melted cheese, a special sauce. Anyway, his main issue and mismanagement of business resources due to his lack of business knowledge. So we educated and helped him to implement business strategies to address this issue. Thanks to a long-term agreement with a local supermarket, we reduced our production costs more than $12,000 this year without sacrificing quality. In addition, we substituted cans for soda machines that not only help the environment, but also produce savings of over $5,000. Now, they are using those savings in their expansion plans, which help them to improve their customer service. Thanks to our contribution, Melvin is looking forward to make Divos a franchise.
We also work with Adenine Soaps, a company whose owner Janira had given up due to her many setbacks. She has a degree in chemistry, graduated with honors, but after all, job opportunities never came. When she saw herself unable to sustain her family, she turned to her academic backgrounds and her love for nature to produce soaps for retails. Even when she was creating a great product, it was her lack of business skills that was hurting her business venture, which caused her to lose her clients. But we asked her for an opportunity. We encouraged her to register her business, have a planning process, and create a new product reusing baby food containers, which was accepted by the market. We are happy to say that this business today has become into Adenine Bath and Body. She went from almost closing her operations to exporting her products to the United States, having an educational blog, and by investing only 300 hours, she generated more than $5,000, changing her own reality and improving her quality of life and standard of living. Let's see what she has to say.
He tenido la oportunidad de recibir ayuda y asesoría por parte de los chicos de SIFE. Me motivaron a seguir hacia adelante con mi negocio cuando pensaba dejarlo atrás.
We can share more success stories. As a quick summary, this year we also worked with Los Sandwicheros, increasing their sales in just 5 months for over $19,000, reducing the use of energy in more than 15 businesses, and expanding the operations of Feed and Fog system abroad. It has been a remarkable experience to work with 75 entrepreneurs this year to be part of their success, helping them generate more than $750,000.
But we are not done yet. The environmental responsibility of our entrepreneurs needed reinforcement. In Puerto Rico, the businesses produce 1.8 million tons of waste annually. Although several cities have recycling programs, the businesses' participation is less than 10%. Aware of this, we decided to go further and influence the Puerto Rico public policy by submitting through a senator a state law project that it is going to require them to dispose their waste properly and make the cities responsible of the recycling process. This project reduces pollution, creating new businesses and jobs opportunities. But most important, we are educating people to be environmentally responsible, to look beyond wasted resources, and to improve the quality of life and standard of living of our island.
Be time to produce more and better entrepreneurs.
Improving the social and environmental response of the company.
Promoting the relations between businesses and their communities.
Creating over 100 jobs opportunities and impacting the lives of 800 individuals.
Improving their standard of living and generating over $700,000 in profits.
We look beyond the Puerto Rico economic panorama.
Sometimes we think that the meaning of poverty is a living hungry, naked, or homeless, but we don't want it. Unloved, uncared for is the greatest poverty. In Latin America and the Caribbean, more than 50% of its population live below the poverty line, affecting their standard of living and quality of life. These communities suffer from crime, illiteracy, labor exploitation, mistreatment, among others. Aware of these needs, we cannot walk away. We decided to look beyond statistics to improve their standard of living and quality of life. With this in mind, we created 2 programs, one at national level named Be Sustainable, and our international program Be Successful. These social enterprise programs work with marginalized communities in Puerto Rico, Latin America, and the nearby islands, helping them to succeed as individuals and improve their life conditions.
Our program is designed around 4 stages. During the first stage, we develop an assessment of the community problems in order to identify the most relevant factors that affect them. The outcome, a mismanagement of economic and environmental resources, limited services, and a complex social background, which results in a lack of opportunities for their members. Their lives and ours are very different. Even though we share a common heritage, we have grown up in different realities. So we step up to work, and for the second stage, the SIFE UPRH team members were trained to work with these communities, and we had to customize our own models and workshops for each population.
In the third stage, we developed our strategic plan in coordination with the community leaders, governments, and business community. We gave seminars about personal growth and entrepreneurship. With these seminars, we increased the success skills needed for the sustainable development of their businesses and lives. In the last stage, the strategies were implemented and the goals began to transform in outcomes. For results analysis, we used questionnaires, interviews, observations, and financial reports. We used these information to improve the program and engage the communities in new plans for long-term success. More than 1,200 lives were positively impacted this year, but most important, their lives and ours changed.
In Puerto Rico, we work with a community of 10 ex-prisoners in the city of San Juan, helping them in their reintegration process. We know that getting a job with this profile is very difficult. Even though the city hall gave them funds to start their own business, they didn't have the necessary skills to operate it. So we incorporate our entrepreneur knowledge to support them in this process. Through workshops and consulting sessions, we help them to develop these skills. As a final test, we gave them a challenge. They had to manage one micro business for 2 months before starting one of their own. 60 days later, they generated over $5,000. But most important, they gained the experience and motivation they needed to start their own business. Today, we shouldn't look their past. We have to see their potential to support our economy. We are proud to say that 5 of them already began their own small businesses as gardeners, tennis coach, electricians, and managing food vending carts. They are changing their own reality, improving their standard of living, and generated over $15,000. This is a happy ending, isn't it? But still, there's no happy ending for Haiti.
Devastated the Caribbean nation of Haiti. Several major buildings in the capital, Port-au-Prince, have simply collapsed.
The quake, which lasted about a minute, was felt throughout the
Everybody
country.
helped. For after a year, Haiti is forgotten. For decades, they have been struggling to emerge from corruption, health crisis, poverty, and on top of all, the worst earthquake in the region in more than 200 years. Economic crisis. They don't even know what a good economy is. They don't even have the chance to live in a healthy economic environment. They're used to live among rubble and trash. And if they are lucky, 1 meal a day. And for dessert, mud cookies. But we decided to look beyond rubble, through their eyes, to give them a taste of success. To work, we used what they had, trash. And in coordination with Alive, we organized community leaders and taught them how to create and manage a business. Together, we created Canlets, a bracelet made out of cans, papers, bags, aluminum pipes, and a touch of creativity. You have to be there to see these communities engaging in this learning experience to change their lives.
To ensure the long-term success of the program, we developed a strategic plan. Thanks to this effort, for each new initiative, a supporting group is assigned. Now, 4 communities in Haiti with more than 700 people, each one began their micro-businesses, managed by their community leaders. They produce their own collections, and they are sold in the project webpage, local stores in Puerto Rico, and among visitors and volunteers there. The economic and personal growth, it's evident, and Canlet seems to be the key for the development of these communities. In just 5 months of formal operation, they generate more than $7,000. All the money generated from these sales is reinvested in the development of these micro businesses and to solve the economic needs of the community. We want to share with you what Canlet has meant to Peter Son.
Most of the time, people pass by Alpha to take pictures and offer their prayers, but I wished for more. I wished for a change, especially after the earthquake. that left us with nothing. I felt like an empty can that no one looks for the potential in it. But you guys looked through that nothing and transformed our lives forever. You taught us just to see opportunity.
For us, Haiti is the property. It's a fertile ground for development.
As a final point in our presentation, we are sure of our sustainability, achieving a diverse recruitment, media exposure, institutional and B&B support, and financial strength, which results in more than $2 million back to our economy. Our results are audited and backed up by our accounting system, ensuring transparency and team and projects sustainability.
It has been definitely a year of changes, new ideas, to evolve as a team.
To grow, to go beyond.
To see opportunity instead of weaknesses.
To see the potential instead of what has been done.
Be part of the solution and not part of the problem.
To make a better world.
We look beyond reality. We change lives.
Can take us. We are celebrating where they have taken us. We find potential in the most unexpected places.
Do you?
We are
SIFE Puerto Rico!
Judges, you may ask questions now. I'd like to start.
Yeah, thank you for your inspiring presentation.
Thank you.
I have a question about the project where you supported these small entrepreneurs. Can you maybe emphasize on what the biggest problem of the small entrepreneurs was and how did you tackle it?
The main issue was that based on the economic crisis, most of the people get unemployed and the unemployment raised, and every people started their own businesses, but they didn't have the skills to operate it. So the main issue was they have a business, but they didn't know how to manage. So we tackled it by giving workshops based on the money budget, human resources, and all kinds of skills that entrepreneurs need to be in a success environment.
I understand, but what was the most important thing that you taught them?
The most important thing was to manage their money. Most of the entrepreneurs have their businesses, but they didn't know how to manage their financial part. So if they have a business, they might have they spend more instead of getting more money of it.
Yep.
I'd like to hear a little bit more about that can. I really like the idea. I thought it was really different. Can you tell me, I want to know two things about this candidate. First, how are you going to control the quality so that people don't get cut? Because I'm assuming you're taking existing cans and recutting them and making some sort of jewelry out of that. How are you controlling the quality to be sure that it's not hurtful for people who purchase it? Second, how do you take that to the next level? Because these are one of those kind of products that can actually go global very quickly. How are you helping that community to take some opportunity and make it a more global product?
Okay. First, asking how we manage so they can cut the shelf.
How do you keep the quality so it's not it's something that they can actually reproduce again and again in the same quality standard?
Okay, thank you for your question. I understand. We organize community leaders and taught them how to create the content, so they have a person right in the community to teach them how to create this content. They manage the business, taught them the community, and we understand that the community leader have the leadership to train all the people in the community to do the same thing with all the candidates. And the other question that we have is we understand that they have this spirit to make the candidate globally, but we are teaching them the first step. We take them with them the first step to make this candidate. So we are training other communities to make it all to to make around the whole country and make it global.
Yes, we just give him a taste of success because we're not sure that this is going to span quickly, but we just give them these tools so they could create these candidates, and we begin with 4 micro businesses, and they are now expanding to other communities in Haiti.
Yeah, what I'd like to know, I'm sorry if I can jump in here. I'd like to know, because this is what I would call trashware, where you can actually take something that is just sitting there doing nothing and turn that into a jewelry that can be sold internationally. And there's a big market for something like that. Have you put any sort of program in place where these smaller communities can work together and then export that product, be able to take it to the larger market? The more developed markets will be top dollar for it. Or is it just sold locally?
No, actually, they are produced in Haiti and they're sold in the local establishments in Puerto Rico, and they have also a project webpage, so we can sell them around the globe, not only in Haiti.
And I would like to add that we taught them how to do the cannon with cans, but actually we taught them how to do it in can, and they are doing it in bottles, in plastic bottles, with paper, and with a lot of things that we weren't sure that they were going to do that.
Other questions? Okay. Not very serious question, but do you buy or use RNA bath boy?
Yes.
Can you tell us about the difference that you made to Samuel Cohen, a disabled person that I noticed in your?
Okay, thank you for the question. This person made arts like paint, and we taught them how to export his product. He paint and sell off of their family, but they don't expand their workshops and their market. So we train them to talk and marketing their products so they can expand their products and paint.
Especially Samuel. He began selling in his house, and now he is selling in museums. That's a very important fact.
What's the disability that Samuel has?
He's hearing in part.
Okay, one last question.
I noticed in your financial report that in 2008 you had 44 active members, and in 2011 you still have 44 active members in SIFE. What are you doing on campus to promote your own sustainability and increase your member activity?
Well, thank you for your question. We have a recruitment process in our university where we give them orientation about what is SIFE, what we do, what's our work. Then they pass, the people who are interested in it, they pass an interview, and after we select them, we match their profiles with our team needs and the projects that we had. So it could be our projects, it could be sustainable, and they could grow in our projects.
Okay, your time has expired. Please help me.